So, this morning, I turned on my TV, turned on YouTube, and there was a clip that was recommended to me from the Sports Illustrated YouTube page that was posted 2 days ago where they interviewed Dave Meltzer. And depending on how you feel about Dave, this was a very interesting interview. Now here's the thing. I haven't watched all of it. It's about 16 minutes long. But some of the questions that the interviewer asked Dave were very interesting and, very thought-provoking. One question that he did ask him had to do with the possibility of Vince coming back. And I'll provide the clip of the video at the end here of my video, so you can watch it, yourself and see what I'm about, and see more clearly and more detailed of what I'm about to talk about. But yeah, the interviewer kind of just asked along the lines of the possibility of Vince returning, potentially once this all clears up or something. If that was a possibility, of becoming reality. And Meltzer, he didn't stutter on his words or anything. He said that yeah, it is a possibility that Vince could, return. If things, basically, Meltzer said, in agreement that if Vince is found cleared of all of this, like if he gets out of this scot-free, basically, that knowing how Vince is, Meltzer believes Vince would try to get back in power again. He'd try to take charge again. Now, like I said, I'll provide a clip to the video at the end here. You can see what I'm talking about. I'll even try to timestamp it so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, Meltzer basically said that knowing Vince like he does, and knowing him as he's seen him, and as we've seen him, and others have seen him, and those that have worked with him have experienced, that Vince is the kind of person that would try to get back into power once, the smoke is cleared. Once the smoke is cleared and everything, and and basically he can try to live a normal life again. He would be the kind of person that would, at the first opportunity, try to get back into power, try to resume control. And I'll say this: if any of that is true, now Dave said basically, he did say this, that he doesn't know how long this is going to go. He kind of said it in his own way that he didn't know how long the investigation was going to go. But if it gets to a point that Vince, is found, found innocent, or as I mentioned, is able to get out of this, intact, scot-free, live his normal life, that, Vince, depending on how long it'll be to the day it happens, possibly happens, Vince would try to get back into power. And I will say this: if any of this is true, which I along with a lot of fans hope is not true, or hope does not happen in any shape or form, if what Dave Meltzer says becomes reality, which again, pray to God it does not, there is a good chance that a lot of fans that right now are cheering that, Vince is gone, there's a good chance a lot of them are going to have egg on their face. No lie. There's a good chance a lot of them would have egg on their face. And not just the fans, but Triple H, Stephanie, Nick Khan, those that support, the leadership of them, in WWE as we speak, they would all have egg on their face. And, you have to wonder if any of this becomes a reality, which again, pray to God it does not, then what's the point of putting someone like Triple H in charge of head of creative? What's the point of naming Stephanie and Nick Khan co-CEOs? There is no point. There is no point in any of that if Vince basically is waiting till the smoke is cleared, hopefully for him, to make a return. You know, all these changes that we're going to be experiencing, we're getting little tidbits and tastes here and there, will be for naught. And a lot of the superstars, the men and women that, you know, are happy Vince is gone and now things can definitely change for the better. Those men and women that are potentially coming back like Dakota Kai did, you know, they will end up with a lot of egg on their face, because Vince is the kind of guy, if, you know, stories are to be true, you know, will basically get even. He will get even with a lot of people that were excited he was gone. He will get even with the stars, with the superstars. He'll get even with the backstage personnel. He will find a way to make their lives miserable until they learn the lesson of, hey, I might have been gone, but you don't say anything bad about me. And that's something that potentially could happen, but pray to the Lord above it doesn't. But Dave Meltzer here, he didn't mince his words. You know, he said that Vince is the kind of guy that would try to get back into power if, you know, he is in the clear. You know, if nothing is found anymore, no more evidence or anything in the investigation, no more allegations or all that, that if he's, you know, gets away with just a slap on the wrist or maybe a probationary deal or whatever, he could find a way to get back into power. You know, he's that kind of a person that, you know, that right now he's on the outside looking in, who wishes he was on the inside looking outside, if you know what I mean. Basically having the roles reversed. And again, that will suck. That will majorly suck for a lot of, you know, the people behind the scenes that are happy Hunter and Stephanie and Nick are in charge. It'll suck for Stephanie, Hunter, and Nick. It'll suck mainly for the fans. It'll suck for people like myself, JD, Just Alex, who are all glad that, you know, he's gone and that change is coming. Because if what Meltzer says does become reality, which again, dear Lord, do not let it become reality, then, if what he says becomes reality, then the change we're wanting now, we're experiencing, it'll be like it never exists. Because Vince, the moment he returns, he'll put his people back in charge. He will. He will. So hopefully, you know, that doesn't happen. And hopefully people talk to him and say, hey, if you try to, you know, hopefully his team, Jerry McDevitt and all of them, you know, hopefully they're telling Vince that, hey, even if you're found innocent, you're in the clear, there ain't no way you can go back to running WWE, because, you know, people will not trust you not to repeat history. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But, you know, again, if what Meltzer is saying has any kind of truth to it, potentially, then yeah, that will really suck for everybody. Fans, Hunter, Steph, Nick, the backstage personnel that are supportive of those three in charge, the superstars that are happy they're in charge, superstars that are coming back because they're in charge. It'll be hell on earth for them, because Vince will be very vindictive. And like I said, he will basically humiliate and teach him a lesson that, hey, even when I'm gone, you don't badmouth me. But again, hopefully that's not the case. And, you know, again, the silver lining is Meltzer said basically he doesn't know how long it'll be for this investigation to keep going in his own way. Like I said, I'll provide a link to the video at the end so you guys can check it out. But he, in his own way, he said he doesn't know how long it'll be. But if in the end Vince is found clear, oh boy, you know, brace yourselves. Brace yourselves for basically the worst day in WWE and wrestling history if that was to happen. That's all I'm going to say. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment below, live chat during the premiere, and I am out.